Good evening, love, and good evening, light, illuminators and way showers. And thank you for being with me, Wendy, once again, as I share with you the idea of harmony and integration as we all live a life of nurturing our body, mind, and spirit. And today's cup of inspiration comes with today's high dimensional health segment. It's been a little while since I've had the opportunity to do one of these little segments, and I know many of you like them. Hey Jody, hey Liliana. Like when I do these, I've been trying all day long to make this video. I'm a mess. You'll have to forgive my appearance. It's already well after 8 o'clock in the evening here, and I've been trying to make this video literally all day long since this morning. I've got a huge home improvement and construction project going on right now, which has really taken all of my energy and attention. So for all of you, I just wanted to thank all of you for being so patient and kind with all of your comments, and I can't answer them all. I've been so busy with everything, and thank you all for being patient with your private sessions. I've been trying to do them as I can. And so I just wanted to take a moment to celebrate you and celebrate me and our environment. And since I was trying to do this all day, I had all the ingredients out here, and here I am in my kitchen. And I had the ingredients out all day long as so before I put them away, because I really wanted to eat, so before I put everything away, I really just wanted to take a minute to share with you some of the things that I do to help my own environment, my own practicing harmony with Gaia, with my own body, mind, and spirit, and what I put in and on my body and in my environment and on my environment. And I met a beautiful woman this weekend who happens to be my neighbor, and she also happens to be a yogi and a vegan. So yay me, I'm really excited about that. Really looking forward to getting to know her more. And so we were talking about just how many of us actually use the same things in same products that we put in our bodies and on our bodies, and what we use to clean with are very many of the same products. And living a holistic life is really trying to make an effort to be whole, in that we use the most organic and clean ingredients that we can in our everyday lives, that we try to remove the toxins from all of the chemical laden products that we use on a daily basis. And so for the last, well, all of my life, really, I've kind of been like this all of my life. I've been one of these people, who's done the natural kind of facials and things like that for as long as I can remember. And having gotten busy and getting back into the work world, I did deviate from that and started using a lot of products and makeup and things like that were really not good for me, but it was convenient. And so I wanted to take a minute to remind everybody and really, it doesn't take a long time to prepare these kinds of things. Most of the ingredients that I'm using today for what I'm calling today my super duper hair tonic, it has a myriad of uses. But this in particular is something that I make for not only myself. I have very fine hair, and my husband, partner, has been balding from environmental reasons, and probably also ancestral. I'm trying to come up with the name of it. I'm so tired. It's been such a long day. So heredity, thank you. The word was escaping me. So for heredity reasons and environmental reasons, he had to wear a hard hat for almost 40 years. So it really took its toll on his hair. And so I've been investigating for several years now natural ways to promote hair growth, and even for products to use on my own skin, on my own body, on my own hair, to try to get away from, the chemicals. And so in an effort to, I offer something that was homemade to stimulate hair growth and prevent hair loss. And so what I did was I just did a lot of research. I'm no expert by any means. This is just internet research that I've done from oils and essential oils and products that naturally stimulate hair growth. And so what I've come up with is just my own little concoction that I put together, and I can't even say that it's exactly the same every time, because I kind of like to metamorphosize and improve on it and change it up a little bit every time I make it. But I just wanted to take a few minutes to share with you this hair tonic stuff that I make, and I make it in pretty small batches, just to keep it as fresh as possible. So I would say I probably make it maybe once a month, maybe depending on how much you can make it at one time and how fast you use it. We both use it for different reasons, and yet it benefits us both in many, many ways. So I'm so thirsty. It's been such a busy and dusty day. Woo! So I just wanted to take a breath, and I've been grounding with Gaia in the last couple of hours, doing lots of measurements, and got some concrete trucks coming at 6 a.m. bright and early. So I really wanted to share all of this with you this evening. And so as I'm putting all this away, I started in a glass bowl, and I've just got a fork here for stirring. So as you can see, it's kind of a liquidy kind of thing. And sometimes, depending on how much of the different oils that I use, sometimes it can be a little bit thicker or thinner depending on the ratios that I use. So what I started out with is coconut oil, organic, and all of these are all organic. Everything that I buy, I try to find organic, and is just as pure as I can possibly find. So this is organic virgin coconut oil. And we've got castor oil, and we've got some, olive oil, and some avocado oil. So what I did was I usually start out with primarily mostly coconut oil, and then I add smaller, so I probably maybe use, maybe most of this is coconut oil. Now it's pretty warm today, so over 75 degrees Fahrenheit, coconut oil will turn to liquid. So in the cooler months, it stays a little thicker, kind of a creamier texture. So, but to that, then I just and the amounts are going to kind of vary depending on the thickness and consistency that you want, that I want. My hair's thinner, his is very thick and curly, mine is straight. So the oils that I put on my hair are going to make it look very dirty and greasy. So for me, I use this as a moisturizer, a hair growth stimulator, among many other things. It's such a rejuvenator. It's a moisturizer. Everything in here is packed with wonderful things for your hair and your scalp and your skin. So as I'm adding each of these, and please feel free to do your own research on how much of these things to put in for your own stuff. But what I like to do is I just like to add usually a couple tablespoons of each of the other oils. Now the neem oil is amazing. Now neem oil, I'm just going to read this, is a popular natural ingredient used throughout the agricultural industry in farming techniques and applications. It provides farmers with an organic option for various pest management. I know it sounds weird. Systems. In addition to industrial purposes, neem oil may be used in cosmetics, soap making, and personal care formulations. Now, you can buy neem oil also in your garden supplies, because it is a wonderful, and it's highly concentrated, so you really need to cut it down. with with like water or other carriers, so that you can dilute it, because this is undiluted. So I would suggest, if you're going to be using it for cosmetics, to get a really high grade organic version. I wouldn't get what I would use on the garden supply neem oil necessarily in my hair or my face. So I just wanted to clarify that so I get the 100% pure therapeutic grade. So I just wanted to mention that. And with the neem oil now, you really only need a very small amount, like really just a teaspoon or two to even this amount, because it's so packed and powerful. And neem oil has been around. It's been used in Ayurvedic medicine and homemade remedies for centuries, really. And it is the only other natural ingredient. It is the only natural ingredient that I'm aware of in my research that actually gets rid of lice. So if anybody's having trouble with any kind of eczema, skin irritations, dandruff, lice, pests, it is extremely effective for that, and all natural. And the castor oil, exceptionally good for hair stimulation and growth. Avocado oil and olive oil, exceptionally good again. Now these you can use on your eyelashes too. Now the neem oil, of course, be careful with all of this not to get it in your eyes, because we're also adding essential oils to all of this, because they are also the key ingredients in the alchemization of what is the other primary ingredients in all of this. So, and the neem oil, you just need a little bit. And so each of these, then I would use this before I take a shower. You can use it out in the sunshine, gals. Get it out there, soak, get it through your hair, your scalp, massage it in, comb through, and take your meditation out in the sunshine and really get it in there. And then I wash it out then after that, and my hair feels amazing, and it does wonderful things along with all of the essential oils. And the essential oils are also the keys to the different properties of the alchemization of this. And so the main ingredient is rosemary oil. So essential oils. And so now in the rosemary, that is very also highly effective for hair stimulation and regrowth. And I have also got here, I'm just going to read these off. So here I've got my rosemary oil, and now I've got lang lang. Now, and I'm just going to read these really quick to you guys. The lang lang increases blood flow, regulates heartbeat, and lifts your mood, and it's a natural aphrodisiac. Now that I use it because it increases the blood flow in the hair follicles, so that's why I include that. And I've also got here neroli, and the neroli lowers inflammation, and it repairs and rejuvenates skin, among other things. I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of I'm going fuzzy here with my camera. What's going on here? Oh, it's my glasses, maybe. Okay, there I am. My back in focus. Okay, so then we've got our neroli, and then I've added geranium, a little bit of geranium. And now these are just a couple of drops. Now the rosemary I use the most of, probably a good 11 drops I use in this amount here, which probably equals about a cup total here. And so I'll use probably 10 or 15 drops. And then the other stuff I use probably about maybe 4 or 5 drops, depending on the smell and how I want it, how I want the end result to be. And then, so what else have I got here? Oh, and then I just added a little bit of jasmine because it just invigorates your body and mind and mood. And so with that, I added a couple of different, we've got some clary sage. I've got some different blends that have different scents. And so this one's got some bergamot, patchouli, we've got lemon. Lemon another extremely good thing. And in combination with this stuff, it also fights gray hair. I mean, the list goes on and on, you guys, about the stuff, all of the virtues of each one of these different essential oils and each of these other oils, and how when combined, how powerful these substances are to reactivate and regrow hair, to prevent hair loss. And now the key here is consistency, using it every single day or as often as possible. And now, depending, like I said, on the neem oil, you don't want to get that in your eyes. If I don't use that, I can leave that out. It's great for your eyelashes. Now, some of the stuff too, it's really good for your skin, but you may want to decide where you don't want it, in case you don't want to stimulate hair growth on your face. So, but I've got some bergamot here, and I've added some cedar wood. We've got some lemongrass. So each of these, and all I do is mix it up, and then now what my husband does is he will actually put it on his hair after his shower, and then he actually leaves it in and just rubs it in. He's, like I say, he's got like a more of a Mediterranean kind of, thick curly hair. So for him, he actually uses it as a, like a natural, what would you call it? Like a styling aid, if you will. And then it just naturally absorbs into his scalp, and it doesn't leave a greasy residue. And as it just naturally, absorbs itself in. And so, I have already seen, and I started using this for him probably about, almost a year ago, I want to say. And he was using, over-the-counter products that you could buy for hair loss and balding and so forth. And I can't remember if he's using them in tandem or if he's replaced it. I also purchased a wooden comb for him to comb his hair with, to help actually stimulate the hair follicles and hair growth. So I just wanted to put this out there for everybody as alternatives, because I really love this stuff. When I make my own, I mix it up. I'll use, for example, the coconut oil, a little olive oil, and I'll use that for my own moisturizing. And I will use different scents like rose and geranium and jasmine, just for my own scents. I wanted to add also that these are also highly antioxidant. They are antifungal. They are antibacterial. So these work for a myriad of things. And the best part is when you start adding all of the essential oils, the insects naturally don't like the smell. So they tend to be natural insecticides. Now you can also, or pesticides, excuse me. So you can actually take, say, just an olive oil, coconut oil, or any of these carrier oils, and you can add, I've got peppermint here. Peppermint, absolutely, bees hate peppermint. Ticks. Let me tell you guys, anybody who lives around in the place where you have a lot of ticks hate they hate coconut oil and peppermint oil. As soon as we see a tick on Ranger or even on us, I dab, or I even make my little spray bottles. I've got spray bottles here that I use peppermint oil and just clean water, and I'll put a little coconut oil, a little bit of this mixture. I dip in. I make a mixture of coconut oil and peppermint oil, and I keep that in a little jar. Here's, a matter of fact, here's another one right here. This is getting kind of old. I use it like all the time. So this one's got lemon and peppermint. And I just, before I walk outside, I actually put this on my skin before I go do yoga and things outside. But as soon as I see a tick on us, I just put it on our skin. And if you use the one with the peppermint oil, or the peppermint oil spray, I'll just spray a little bit on whatever I have handy, and I just leave it on there for just a couple seconds. I'm telling you, that tick comes right off. You don't have to pull, no prodding, and he's very tolerant of it now because he knows it's going to come off just like that, and it works every time. So Really great, just from doing a little bit of research. I've purchased books. I absolutely adore this book. My hands are a little greasy, so I don't want to pick up my books to handle them too much, but I purchased this book, this Essential Guide to Essential Oils by Roberta Wilson, and I absolutely love this book. It's packed with information. And so I wanted just to remind everybody that oh, and the citronella oil, I forgot I've got citronella oil here too. So I will combine, for example, citronella oil and like the what else we got here? Oh, the peppermint oil, and I make I'll make my own insect sprays for myself, and so I'll just use the water instead of an oil carrier. However, the oils work really well too, because they tend to stay on your skin a little bit longer if you're using like a coconut oil based one. But I like the sprays. They're very convenient because you can reach everything really quick. So as soon as I keep a bottle right by the door, so right before I go to Walk Ranger, I spray myself down with the peppermint oil or the citronella oil mixtures that I've made up. And you can actually add other essential oils to them too, so that they smell better. And lemon, bugs do not like the smell of lemon, so it's wonderful. You can add the lemon in there, and the citrus smells into the and they don't like it. Just repels it automatically and naturally repels mosquitoes and just gnats and flies and things like that. So I will actually spray peppermint oil on just lightly around on Ranger's brush, and I brush him with the peppermint oil. I actually will spray his collar with peppermint oil spray. So all of these things just to help, and they make a huge difference. So I wanted to just take a few minutes to share this with you. I really love the idea of being in harmony with our environment, and it's my highest excitement, to introduce these things. I hope one day, that each of you are just taking little steps, and each of us are taking little steps every day to just improve our environment and to show the manufacturers out there and to what it is that we want. We are the ones driving this train about what products we purchase and do not purchase, and what things we want to see in the world. I hope one day all you entrepreneurs out there who say you want to start a salon or a nail salon or a beauty spa salon, I would love nothing more to go into a salon where all the products are being used are natural, avocados and lemons and cucumbers and all of these natural ingredients for facials and super duper moisturizing packs for our hair and our skin. And we've been doing this for centuries, the salt baths and the mud packs, right? So we know this stuff is good for us, and how wonderful would it be if we are living this holistic life where, as much as we can, taking the time. Now, it really only took me a few minutes to mix this up, and it takes us longer to go shopping or to pick the stuff out, the products on the internet, than it does to teach our kids how to mix this stuff up. And and I wanted to it gets into a whole other thing about the language of light, and how everything speaks a language of light, and we are what we put in and on our bodies. And so I just wanted to thank you all for inspiring me to inspire you to bring the outside into your lives. And with that said, I also wanted to thank my mystery sender. I received such a surprise in my P.O. box the other day. So many of you so graciously asked that if you could send me things here and there, gifts or energy exchanges for the work that I do, which I'm very excited to receive. So anytime you guys want to do any kind of a send me anything, I've got my P.O. box listed in there. I love this idea of doing energy exchanges with people, just sharing whatever gifts and abilities that we do have. So I wanted to send my mystery sender a beautiful thank you in this wonderful book, Edible Flowers and Leaves, The Culinary Library. And what a delightful book. And so I just wanted to take just a brief moment at the back of the book. The authors included emotional meaning of flowers, interpretations by the Culinary Library. And there's several listed in here, but what I just wanted to pick out, since the main ingredient of this today was rosemary, and I wanted to read today what the meaning of rosemary is, and it said, I remember. So thank you for remembering me in your heart, as I remember you every day, all of you, in everything that I do. Every time I speak languages, every time I do this, everywhere I go, I'm always thinking about you, all of you, and how can I share this being in harmony with the earth and Gaia, with you, and how can I inspire you to inspire another to live this harmonious, full, holistic body, mind, and spirit life by remembering everything came from a plant. And everything we eat are plants. I've even got a plate here as a beet. So I feel like, as you know, everything speaks a language of light. And if you could smell how amazing this smells so good, just in case you're wondering. Between all of the beautiful scents, and I've got the cedar wood in here, and just everything that I've got mixed in here, it smells so holistic and green, yet not floral, just because it's for both of us. So it's just this beautiful mixture of bringing the outside in. So thank you for being here with me, Wendy, as I share with you this high dimensional health segment as we all live within the languages of lights. And that's the last part of this, is the love. Saliasotopo shanokoleata se the sinati la somora. Le kira sono todo shiko ke abarasele sonoa lo pola shonon taliata. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mahala and namaste, and happy high dimensional health. Miyosoto Shea.